Kansas EMS agencies feeling the strain when it comes to staffing ambulances. The volunteers that once picked up the slack are now few and far between.
Some Kansas towns say they're seeing firsthand, which could mean a longer wait in an emergency. Brandon Stitt explains why.
Conway Springs, not far from Wichita in Sumner County, has a small EMS service.
It used to be a volunteer service.
When the pager goes off, volunteers get the ambulance and go to the call.
The previous director before I started was having problems trying to maintain the volunteer service.
It was a big problem, and to save Conway Springs EMS, they became a full-time service. But EMS in a small town still needs volunteers to help out, which isn't happening.
People start wondering, well, they're getting paid, why would I ever do something for free?
The lack of EMS volunteers doesn't stop here in Conway Springs. It's a problem statewide. Kansas has 171 EMS agencies that ran roughly 425,000 calls last year. 40% reported staff shortages. 35% of those depend on volunteers in some way. And 30% of those EMS agencies provide service to nearly 170,000 Kansans. So what's changed from 10 years ago?
You're asking somebody to go to school and do something for free. That's a big ask.
But with no volunteers to help the full-time staff, if another call comes out, they have to depend on other towns.
We have to rely on mutual aid, which thankfully our mutual aid is great, but our mutual aid is also a volunteer service.
As a former volunteer herself, Christina sees the benefits for not only the community, but yourself.
You get to help people at their worst. You get to show up and say, I understand. You get to be like their shining light in their darkness.
In Conway Springs, Brandon Stitt, 12 News.
Agencies always looking for volunteers, and some will even put you through the EMT course for free. So volunteer shortages aren't just impacting rural EMS, but also rural firefighters as they continue also to see a decline in volunteers. We've covered the story heavily this year as rural communities seek volunteers to fill those firefighter slots. One example, the town of Udall, as it says the volunteers it does have are aging out of the job, and there's no one behind them to take their place. That problem is also being seen state and nationwide. The National Volunteer Fire Council says 65% of U.S. firefighters are volunteers. But as of 2020, the U.S. saw just over 1 million career and volunteer firefighters, the lowest total since 1991.